LaGuerta is bitching more than ever, Dexter is finding God, and Deborah wants to fuck him. What the hell is going on in season 6 of Dexter? I just finished season 6 of Dexter, and this season was pretty good. It's not as good as the rest, but it is definitely still above a 9 out of 10. I'm giving this one a 9.5 out of 10. I think it is better than season 1 of the show. I do think season 1 is the weakest so far, but other than that, this show is a 9.5. This is the second weakest season, I think. It's just not as engaging as the other ones, and it's not as, how do I put it? It's kind of more boring than the other ones. Now, this season is very, very different. I don't think Cody and Aster were in it at all. Yeah, they weren't in it at all, which is, I think, was kind of stupid on the writing part. I mean, they might have not been able to get them to be acting in this season, but I think it was kind of stupid to not have them. I'm still not over Lumen. I wish Lumen will come back. Hopefully she comes back in season 7 or 8. The overall story this season with Travis and him killing in the name of God, I think it was pretty interesting. It's just I think it was dragged out a little bit too much. I think the season could have been 10 episodes instead of 12. I do think it was dragged a little bit, but the other stories that were in here with I forget Dexter's friend's name, the one that died this season, I really liked him. He was pretty cool. I liked that story there and the whole thing that was going on there with Dexter finding God. I think that was really, really well incorporated into the story. Now, one thing I did not like about this season is LaGuerta. I hate her every single season. She is easily the worst character of the show for me. She just keeps on bitching and bitching and bitching and saying how everything is everybody else's fault when it is her fault for everything. I do not like her at all. I think she is written to be hated. I am starting to like Quinn a lot more. He's not as annoying or not as on. He's not on as much dick as he used to be. He was definitely a lot better this season. Now, another thing I did not like was Deborah being in love with Dexter. What the hell were they thinking, writing Deborah to fall in love with her brother? I think that was a terrible decision. It's so cringy. I wanted to skip scenes where she was like talking to Dexter because she just made it so awkward, kind of being like, oh, I love you, and Dexter's like, yeah, I love you too, as a brother-sister relationship, but she wants it to be more than that. It's just weird, it's awkward, it's stupid, I hate it. Now, the plot twists this season are just as good as the other seasons, and the cliffhanger of this season, this is a level cliffhanger. I'd say it's right below season 4's cliffhanger with Rita dying. So Deborah walks in on Dexter killing Travis. So I'm excited to see what happens in season 7. Hopefully it's a straight continuation from season 6 into season 7 and not some stupid time jump, because I want to see exactly what happens. Because like I want to see her reaction. I want to see how she talks to Dexter, and if she calls this in, which we are getting close to the end of the story, so season 7 could be like a whole on the run season, and season 8 could be like the end of Dexter's whole story. But I know Dexter doesn't die because there is a Dexter spinoff called Dexter New Blood, which I will be watching that right after this show. And I will also be watching the animated show right after this one as well. So rethinking my scoring of this season, I'm gonna give it a 9 actually. There were a couple things I disliked, like the whole Deborah thing with her loving Dexter and all of LaGuerta. She was just on my nerve this entire season, and I really liked that she had less screen time. That definitely saved the season a lot. The writing this season was pretty good. It was iffy at parts. The acting is phenomenal as always, and the directing is really, really good. I think the pacing was a little too slow near the end of the season, unlike the other seasons where it gets really fast at the end. This was pretty fast at the beginning and slow at the end. The other seasons were slow at the beginning and really fast at the end. So I'm giving this season a 9 out of 10. That is pretty much it for this video. I will see all of you in the next review.